Detectives are looking for the person or persons who knocked out 4 utility substations in Pierce County, even setting one of them on fire.
Fox 13's Frankie Thompson joins us from the Pierce County Sheriff's Office with the latest on this investigation tonight. So, Frankie, what do you know?
Pierce County investigators say all 4 substation incidents appear to be connected, but say they are still working to determine a motive behind the damages or if it was a coordinated attack on the power systems. Increasing protection at utility substations may soon be a new practice for power companies across Washington and the U.S.
Yes, I mean, there needs to be an awareness that this is now a target.
Pierce County Sheriff's Office says 4 substations throughout the county were vandalized on Christmas Day, causing more than 14,000 power outages. 2 of the 4 substations are owned by Tacoma Public Utilities, and the company says it's calling the deliberate damage an attack.
The security around infrastructure is going to have to change.
Randall Blazak is a professor and extremism expert in Oregon. He says he studies online chats and extremist groups and says the trending rhetoric is targeting infrastructure.
Well, you get a bigger bang for your buck. I mean, they're relatively accessible. They're not highly surveyed, and you know, there aren't armed guards around most of these substations, but you can create a lot of chaos.
Chaos that has been monitored closely by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Office of Intelligence and Analysis. Back in January, federal officials indicated extremist groups in the U.S. appear to be increasing interest in targeting the power grid as a way of disrupting the nation. Just in November, a DHS bulletin warned of a heightened threat environment from those following violent extremist ideologies, further saying the domestic extremists could potentially act on threats during big upcoming events like the holiday season against U.S. targets, including critical infrastructure.
And so that puts the onus on law enforcement and utilities and the people who have to monitor this to kind of raise the security level, because there are now these soft targets that are in the sights of the extremists.
Tacoma Public Utilities says earlier in December, federal law enforcement warned the company about a security alert for the electrical grid. In a statement, TPU says Tacoma Power follows federal reliability standards, including assessing physical risk to our critical energy infrastructure and applying recommended mitigation measures. The other 2 substations vandalized are owned by Puget Sound Energy. Company officials say they have extensive measures in place to protect and minimize risk to their equipment. The Sheriff's Office says surveillance cameras recorded the vandalism, but the details on that video can't be released during this ongoing investigation. Reporting in Tacoma, Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.